Welcome back to the show, everyone. The Old Pros and the African American Heritage Club are here to present a tribute to the African American inventors and scientists. Here to tell us all about it, we welcome Annie McCary and Carol Glenn to the show. Hi, ladies.
Hello, thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming.
To be here.
This sounds like a fantastic collaboration that you guys are putting on.
It is a wonderful production, and
Wow.
it's our second annual collaboration with the African American Club.
So I don't know
Heritage
what
Club.
last year's was, but this year sounds absolutely incredible, featuring African American inventors and scientists.
Yes, it's actually a tribute to in the many different areas where African Americans have made major contributions. So we are much appreciative of the Old Pros in allowing us to collaborate with them on this.
And that's going to take place at your next monthly meeting.
Yes,
right?
Wednesday, the 26th. Doors open at 6:30. Show goes up at 7.
Fantastic. So it's featuring all of the impactful innovations. Well, not all, but
A lot.
as much as you can get in that hours
Let me
meeting.
tell you something. I went online to, everybody knows George Washington Carver and the peanut and all of that.
But many people.
Well,
That's why we have
thank you. Yes, you're right. And so I said, well, who else? And I just typed in on Wikipedia Black inventors. They gave me 101 to choose from.
I was going to say there's probably a lot.
Pretty exciting. And then you start looking at who they all were and all of the different products. I mean, across the spectrum. Everything from, one gentleman, I think he was the first black patent holder, dry scouring, which was a precursor to dry cleaning. And we go from there up till today where they're doing everything in space, getting us to the moon and back.
Wow, a lot of these go unrecognized, don't they?
Yeah, and that's part of the reason, well, the main reasons why we celebrate Black History Month in February, to bring more awareness to a lot of the contributions that Black Americans have contributed and just have been gone unrecognized.
Mm-hmm. So a couple of examples that you guys are probably going to talk on is a super soaker. Right?
Yes.
Which, I'll be honest, I don't even know what that is.
It was one of those
traffic light.
big toy things that just became a big deal. It was one of the most innovative toys and very popular. And it was a black inventor.
Okay. And the traffic light?
The traffic signal, yes, absolutely.
And we even have, guess what, to all of you golfers out there? The tee, the golf tee.
Did they not use any tees before a tee?
No.
No. This is fascinating because these things we don't even think about.
Exactly.
Except for the super soaker. I'm going to look that one up. But
even as in medical, the person that invented the blood transfusion, there's just so much. There's such a richness to all history, but there's a big segment of history that hasn't been touted, and so that's the purpose of celebrating Black History Month.
Sure, absolutely. So, who is Alan Williams?
Alan Williams is a member of the African American Heritage Club, and he's also a member of the
Old Pros. He was Charlie Brown a few years back.
Like the real Charlie Brown?
We did a main stage production of Charlie Brown, and there was Alan.
So fun. And Jasmine Monroe?
Oh, Jasmine is this lovely lady. There she is, a beautiful singer. Last year, she did a Marian Anderson song. We were acknowledging the fact that Eleanor Roosevelt had brought Marian Anderson on when all these groups were saying, no, you can't have her here, you can't have her there. And Eleanor got her at the Lincoln Memorial, and they had 70,000 people show up.
Is that right?
Very exciting. Now, Jasmine this year is going to be doing 2 Ella Fitzgerald songs and a Billie Holiday. And just so happy to have her back.
Absolutely. So circling back on some of these inventions from our fellow African Americans, NASA's rocket fuel.
Yes.
That's another invention, things that you would never, ever even think about on a daily basis, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And then on that vein, what about Hidden Figures, Annie?
Hidden Figures. Oh my gosh, these amazing women that worked on in the space industry.
Yes, that was a movie, right?
absolutely.
Didn't you make a
Yes.
movie
Hidden
about this?
Figures. Yeah, and then there's also another popular Netflix documentary that's out right now, 6 Figure 8. Which has to do with a group of women that were in the military in World War II. And they were the only place they were assigned was in the mailroom, and their job was to get all of this 2 years worth of mail that had been backed up for servicemen. And so they gave them 6 months in order to sort out all of this information and get it out to the service people. They did it in 6 weeks.
Wow.
So, so that's just
Talk
one
about
of
efficiency.
the. Yes, absolutely, and it's highlighted in this film 6888. And so there's a lot to the African American contribution to the country that we like to highlight and collaborate with other groups in putting this information out there.
Yeah, so what made you two want to collaborate and put this together?
Well, like I said, we did Black History last year. Our meetings fall at the end of February, so we can't take advantage of Valentine's Day. But my heavens, with Black History, why not? And let's showcase some of our local residents, like Alan. Leroy is going to, Leroy Woods, thank you. I just know Leroy, who was, again, he was in one of our main stage productions when we did It's a Wonderful Life.
Aww.
And he was our angel.
Oh, very nice.
So I just think it's so much fun to mix up the characters and bring them all out.
Absolutely.
One of my favorites, one of my many favorites, is Maya Angelou, and I'm going to be doing some reading from Maya Angelou, and she has a really interesting history. At the age of 8, she was sexually assaulted, and it was a whole process. But eventually, after that traumatic experience, she didn't talk for 5 years. For 5 years, Maya did not speak.
Wow.
What she did in that time was she read Shakespeare, she read all the music, and she read and she read and read. And when she decided to talk again, she just decided to speak from her own voice. She took this traumatic experience and not lived it to the point where it hampered her life, but she went on to write books. I Know Why the Caged Birds Sing, her amazing poem about Still I Rise, Phenomenal Woman. She has an amazing history. Well, she had an amazing history. She's no longer with us, but you know, many people know Maya Angelou by some of her poetry, but her life history is amazing.
Wow.
And you are going to be telling us about what poem?
Still I Rise.
Still I
and
Rise.
Still I Rise.
Okay, love that. So this takes place Wednesday, February 26th, Clubhouse 7. Doors open at 6:30, starts at 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Yes. Members are free and guests are $5. So
$5.
welcoming everybody.
Everybody's welcome.
Fantastic. Come for the wine and stay for the show.
That's it.
Well, I wish you much success on this show. I know it will be.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
We're
you
excited.
so much, Bree.
Annie and Carol, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we'll be back after these messages. Stay tuned.